Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening to you all. Welcome on to the ABE information webinar session. And in this session, we'll be sharing information about our ABE programs, which we have been conducting for the past 20 years. Here with us, we have from ABE, Mr. Steve Smith, Deputy CEO and Coordinator of Deputy CEO and Director of Business Development, and Ms. Shatira Mohammed Nasir, ABE Course Coordinator of Clique College. We hope to give you a lot of useful information through this session, and if you have any questions you would like to ask from our panelists, please comment in the section below. So I would like to direct my first set of questions to Steve. Hi, Mr. Steve.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well. It's great to be able to join you.
And my first question is, tell us about ABE qualification and what makes it so different.
Okay. Well, ABE, we're a not-for-profit skills development specialist and awarding organisation. So we've been providing internationally recognised learning and qualifications and credentials in the fields of business and leadership and management and entrepreneurship for almost 50 years now. I think in terms of what sets our qualifications out from the rest is really, there's a couple of key areas. I think one is the level of professionalism. So we make sure that ABE qualifications are always focusing on the skills that people really need to be successful in the workplace, to be a really successful business professional. I think that our qualifications are very affordable. So as a not-for-profit, our objective is always to keep our fees as low as we possibly can, and to give people an affordable pathway either to career progression or to a university degree through ABE. I think our qualification and our model is very flexible, so learners can study full-time or part-time. It works equally well both ways. I think what sets us out as well is the level of support we give, not only through our high quality partners like Clique in Maldives, who we work with all over the world, similar partners, but also the fact that through the ABE portal, ABE learners can access a huge amount of learning support, study guides, everything else that they need to be able to support their ABE learning, which again is quite unique for us. I think the other real big, I guess, positive differentiator for ABE is the fact that we're so international. So we work in over 40 countries. Our qualifications are regulated by Ofqual in England, which provides, an international mark of recognition. We have great university and employer links all over the world. So if you're doing an ABE qualification, whether you're doing it in the Maldives or in London or in Jakarta, you're getting the same experience, and that qualification has portability and it has parity of esteem everywhere in the world. So, if we're living in a more connected world where we're living in a more connected marketplace. So having that international recognition in terms of the qualification that you've got and that you've achieved is really, really important. So I think that would be the key things that I would say if I was talking to an ABE learner and saying, why do ABE? I would say that those are the things that I would focus on.
All right. So ABE is about providing quality education in affordable prices, right? So how do you ensure quality of education provided from the affiliated universities or colleges?
So what we do, because we are regulated by Ofqual, which is the UK government regulator for awarding bodies, we're also a member of the Federation of Awarding Bodies in England, and we're a member of the Commonwealth Secretariat. We are a high quality organisation, and because of that, we are regulated. We work in a regulated environment. So because of that, we have to maintain quality across the world in every single country that we work in terms of the level of the types of partners that we cooperate with in terms of delivery. So whether that be private colleges or public colleges, universities, training providers. So what we do is we ensure that every single partner that we bring on board who will be delivering ABE qualifications goes through a very rigorous accreditation process. So we look at facilities, we look at staff, we look at how the qualifications will be delivered, how learners will be supported. We go into huge detail and huge rigor to ensure that the partners that we do bring on board are high quality, because we have to be able to demonstrate that to our regulator here in England. So we also have an annual renewal process. So we don't just do that initially and then just let things go. Every single year, a partner like Clique has to go through a renewal process where we come together and we sort of review the last 12 months, and we make sure that everything is working well and that the quality is being ensured. So we do a lot around quality. The other thing I think, which is a really important point to make, is that unlike many other transnational education providers, ABE controls all the assessment in London. So even though exams or assignments are conducted on the ground through our centres like Clique, we do all the marking. So all the exams and all the assignments are essentially brought back to the UK. It's our markers that mark. It's our assessment boards that set grade boundaries. So there's no room for any sort of interference in terms of, you know, how people are assessed around the world. So I think through that way we ensure a really high level of quality around the world. And for someone like Clique, who's been an amazing partner for us for like over 20 years now, the fact that you guys have been able to maintain that partnership for so long with us is a testament to your own quality standards and the way you conduct yourselves and the way you deliver ABE qualifications.
Thank you, Steve. So I would like to ask the latest development from ABE. Are there any new affiliations, or are there any changes to the framework? Anything as such?
I mean, there's some exciting things we're doing. We're becoming more involved in, you know, obviously we support this sort of technical vocational space, like working with colleges and training providers like Clique. We're also doing some really exciting work in the schools market now. We've got a product called Kids MBA, which we launched last year, which has been really successful. We're also working a lot in the international development space with our qualifications and our quality assurance now. So we're partnering with organizations like UNESCO and World Bank on different projects in different parts of the world, which is also really exciting. We were actually invited. I was actually this week supposed to be in Rwanda for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, where we were invited by the Commonwealth to speak about entrepreneurial and business management skills development at the business forum, you know, which was really, really exciting. Unfortunately, that's had to be postponed because of the COVID-19 situation, but that will go ahead next year, and ABE will be heavily involved. And again, we do a lot of thought leadership work in the areas of our specialism. So I think the biggest thing in terms of the framework is because of COVID. So the Ofqual back in March, when the pandemic hit, introduced what they called the emergency regulatory framework, which allowed organizations like ABE to, I guess, for a short to medium period, build in more flexibility to particularly to assessment, to ensure that learners all around the world could continue their journey, just, you know, even if there were lockdowns or if colleges weren't open, etc. We understand there's lots of challenges in the market. So we were really, really proud at how quickly ABE reacted to that. I think actually we were a market leader in terms of how quickly we reacted to COVID, and we had a very strong campaign which we titled "No One Left Behind," which was really about ensuring that all ABE learners, whether they're new learners or existing learners, could continue their learning journey. And we work very closely with our partners like Clique and other 200 delivery partners around the world to ensure that happened, and it's been really successful. So a big part of that is in the June exams, which just took place, we were able to shift to an open book exam model. So rather than do traditional exams where you're retaining memory and you're going into a hall or a sort of an environment where you're sitting in a traditional exam, we had an open book exam model, which was equally as rigorous. It was equally as high quality, but the way it was structured, it meant that learners could have a little bit more time. They could obviously consult their work and their books and their study guides, and also they could, if the college wasn't open or if lockdowns were occurring, they could work on these open book exams from their home or home and college in a blended way. So it was really, really successful. I guess the news we're going to be announcing in the next couple of weeks, but I would expect that will continue for the December session. We just feel that we've been talking to a lot of our centres around the world and to governments and to other authorities, and it's clear that there will be some level of impact because of COVID, whether it's lag effects or whatever, for the next 4 to 6 months, or and maybe longer. And we just wanted to make sure that we were mitigating against any other issues that might relate from the pandemic across the next 6 months. And when we feel very strongly that keeping the open book model for the December exams is going to be the way to go, to ensure that learners have confidence that when they come on to an ABE program, no matter what happens in the next few months with the pandemic, they will be able to learn and sit assessment in December and continue or start their journey. So I guess that's the biggest update, but there'll be an official announcement to our markets and to our centre partners in the next few weeks. But I certainly think that's our thinking at the moment.
Okay. So I think it would be a great news for all the ABE learners, right? To know that the studies and the exams will be continued, right, without any interruptions, even in the next semester.
Absolutely.
All right. So thank you so much, Mr. Steve. Now I would like to ask my next set of questions to Ms. Shatira Mohammad Nasir. Ms. Shatira, could you please tell us about the entry criteria of ABE and also the fee of ABE courses?
Okay. Thank you, Shubha. Here in Clique College, we offer ABE 3 levels, that is ABE level 4, ABE level 5, and ABE level 6 programs. And we do offer 3 specialization of ABE, that is business management, human resource, and marketing management. ABE level 4 is MQA level 5, and ABE level 5 is MQA level 6, and ABE level 6 is MQA level 7. So which means students who are completing ABE level 6 will be getting a degree equal to a degree level. Okay? And the question regarding the entry criteria, the students who have A level or HSC passes, 2 passes, they are eligible to join ABE level 4. Also, those who have completed University Preparation Program, UPP, they are eligible to join our ABE program. Also, those who have completed C4 or Advanced Certificate, they can also join our program. Regarding the fees, as you are aware of our government free degree program, so 50 to 60% of the course fee is covered under free degree program. So students have to pay very less amount from their own pockets. With regard to ABE level 4, the course fee is 3,150 per month, and ABE level 5 it is 3,250. And ABE level 6 it is 3,500. I would like to include that. I would like to say this course fees includes all the exam registration fee, student registration fee, and also all the study materials are included. So which means you don't have to pay any additional fee other than the course fee.
Okay, so it's a very good opportunity for students, right?
Yes.
To attain an international. So it will be a very good opportunity for students to attain an international qualification, and also under the government scheme, they will have to pay less, right? Okay, so since we have been conducting ABE courses for the past 20 years, I'm sure that there will be a lot of achievements from students studying ABE. So can you talk a little bit about the achievements of students from ABE?
We have been running ABE successfully for past 20 years. I would like to say that is a great accomplishment. Clique College has been continuously running this program. So, and also we have achieved 52 top paper prizes. It is highest top paper prize from among the Southeast Asian region. In each semester, our students, there will be 1 or 2 students who are getting top paper prizes. So that is a great achievement or accomplishment for us.
So what is the deadline for the upcoming semester, and how can students apply for ABE courses from Clique College?
The deadline for the upcoming semester is 13th July. The students can apply from our website. They can visit to our website www.cliquecollege.com.edu, and they can apply through online. Also, if they have any question, they can ask from our FB account, or they can send a message to our website as well.
Thank you, Ms. Chatna. Now I would like to ask Mr. Steve whether you have any advices for students hoping to join ABE from Clique College.
Look, my advice would just be to go for it really, and come on board and work hard and achieve an ABE qualification. Look, we've had 1.5 million people over the last 40 years go through ABE courses all around the world, and it's clear in terms of our track record. If you want to get a great job, if you want to progress your career, if you want an affordable pathway to a university degree, then ABE is a clear choice. To work in the markets that we've worked in around the world, in Africa, in South Asia, in the Middle East, in the Caribbean, to have the success we've had for so long, it means that we're doing the right things. It means that we've got the right industry links, we've got the right recognition with universities, and that the whole thing just works really, really well. So I just, I know I'm very lucky. I get to travel in my job to everywhere across the world and meet our great delivery partners and meet learners and talk to them. And we're a game changer for people. I've seen with my own eyes the power of where an ABE qualification can take people in terms of their career, in terms of their aspirations, and in terms of meeting their goals. So I would just encourage people to grab the opportunity. I think with COVID especially, it's a difficult time for everyone. It's a difficult time here in England as well, but I am always a positive person. I always think that in times of challenge that there's opportunity as well. And I think it's a great opportunity to use education and use qualifications as a way to sort of, make the future, a stronger place for, individuals and their families and their communities and countries as well. So, yeah, my advice would be just to go for it. And I'm sure you wouldn't regret it. And I'm sure you'll get everything out of ABE that we pride ourselves on. Is that okay? Hello?
Thank you, Mr. Steve. Now there's a question from one of our viewers. Okay, I would like to ask you, what would be the recognition of ABE when it comes to migration requirements such as WES?
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not an expert in different countries, immigration sort of policies and paperwork. What I know is that we have a brand that is recognized globally. I know that employers and universities globally recognize the ABE brand and recognize the qualifications. The fact that it's regulated by Ofqual gives it that parity of esteem. But it would be reckless for me to comment on individual cases around immigration criteria, etc. But maybe it's something, if you got more details for me and sent it through to ABE, maybe we could investigate that a little bit more. But I don't have the knowledge right away to probably answer that question.
All right. So thank you, Sanjay, for asking the question. And for more details, we will be giving it to you later on, hopefully. Okay. So and the next question I would like to ask from Ms. Shatira Muhammad Nasir. Shatira, do you have any ending remarks you would like to tell the audience who would like to join ABE courses for the next semester?
A lot of students are inquiring about the courses, and please don't wait for the last minutes to apply. Though the deadline is 30th July, please try to apply as soon as possible so we can complete the enrollment process. And also, if you want to apply for the government free degree program, they also require 2 to 3 weeks to make the process. So please don't wait for the last moment. Apply as soon as possible. You can go to our website and apply from there. You can also, if you want any further information about this program, you can contact our number 333-4036, or you can visit our college as well. And I would also like to add, when you finish AB level 4, you will be getting a certificate. And when you finish AB level 5 as well as AB level 6, you will be getting a certificate, which means when you want to go for a job, or when you want a promotion from the job, it would be a great advantage for the students as well as for the one who are studying AB qualification.
Thank you, Ms. Chatira. And thank you so much, Mr. Steve and Ms. Chatira, for joining us today and sharing such valuable information. And I hope that our audience have received a lot of useful information about ABE. And if you have any more further inquiries that you would like to ask, you can always contact us. Thank you all. Have a good day. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Chatira.
Great pleasure. My best to everyone at Clique and everyone in the Maldives. Stay safe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you for having me.
Stay safe.
Thank you so much for joining today.